South Africans have been making racist content targeted towards Black Americans, and today on Adonis Live, we are going to be speaking with one of the most popular, toxic, rage bait creators.
The issue is the actual physical thing that you did in that video. Now, you said we don't have any culture. Where are you from, by the way, just to put this in the bud, because a lot of people keep saying you're from different places.
I'm glad you brought me up here, baby. I am so glad you brought me up here. Because every woman that turned that camera on was dusty.
Now, hold on. This is going to be one of the most interesting interactions, because not only will you be learning stuff about South Africa, you'll be learning stuff about Black Americans. And hold on, if you like this video before I even said this right now, you're a true legend. But if you haven't liked this video yet, give this video a like. This is one of those educational, informative, very sensitive topics. But I hope you guys enjoy. Give your thoughts and opinions down below. My name's AdonisCrashBoom. You guys are watching Adonis Live. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get straight into this. We're going to start this video off of the guy that I was having a conversation with before we get to the main girl who's been starting this diabolical South African Black American hate train. Here we go.
That's right.
How old are you?
How old am I?
Yeah.
What does it matter?
Because I got to make sure you're not 12 years old, or at least know the education level or the...
Oh, I'm far older than 12.
All right, are you older than 30?
Why is my beard?
Are you older than 30?
Yes.
40?
Yes.
All right, cool. That's fine. See, I don't know if you know what a host is, so I'm going to educate you on this. I'm a host. My job is to articulate and break down the situation that's going on in a communicative level. You do understand that people consume information and understand things in different perspectives, correct?
I understand.
All right. So it's not seeking validation if you're doing your job appropriately. You see how we're communicating right now? I'm articulating myself very simplistically so you can understand what I'm saying.
I understand everything that you're saying.
All right, perfect. And that's what a host does. Okay. So that's not seeking validation. Understand?
Bro, the guy got off. He made some valid points. Now, you wouldn't understand it because you're not African. By ethnicity, I'm not African. You get that, right?
So why wouldn't I understand it?
No. By ethnicity, I am not African.
What does that have to do with...
I am mixed.
What does that
And I'm mixed to the point where I have a Zulu great-grandmother. So when I see a misappropriation of a culture that is supposed to be part of who I am,
what are you?
Do you not think that I'm going to get... Excuse me?
What are you?
I'm mixed. Colored.
Yeah, I understand what mixed means, but what with what? What are your parents?
Excuse me?
What are your parents?
My parents are mixed.
With what?
With the Zulu.
And what? You said you're not African.
And I'm born in KwaZulu-Natal, which is the kingdom of the Zulu people.
Have you been drinking?
Bro, I don't drink.
All right. What is your ethnicity?
Mixed as in mixed. Do you not understand mixed race?
Mixed is an ethnicity?
Mixed race is an ethnicity in South Africa, yes. We refer to it as colored.
Mixed race is not colored. Hold on, bro.
No, you're talking about South Africa. We're not talking about America, right?
Hold on.
No, if you're referring to the term colored, it refers to mixed race people in South Africa. That's number one. Number two is when you want to start spreading misinformation and you want to start making fun of a certain tribe in South Africa, make no mistake, us South Africans, we stand together. Regardless of what race they are, if you haven't paid attention, as much as you may say that our colonizer has done this and that, there are many white people, Indian people, colored people that have actually stood up to say that you are misappropriating what has happened in New Orleans.
Am I from
You have misappropriated the culture of the Zulu people.
Am I from New Orleans?
You are not from New Orleans.
So how can
but
you
at the end of the day,
Listen. How can you say that I'm mass appropriating if I'm not from New Orleans?
Well, okay. Error of speech on my part.
So my question to you is, you're talking about New Orleans situation. I'm not from New Orleans. So why is this point irrelevant to me? The New Orleans situation stopped when she did not target New Orleans. she targeted Black Americans. That's different. If she would have made a video about New Orleans, then okay, 100%, she could do whatever she want. But she did not make a video on New Orleans. She made a video on Black Americans. So that's where we're
That's how
at.
you received it. That's how you received it.
No,
I
that's
think
exactly
her target was those people who misappropriated the Zulu
No,
culture.
her target was to target Black Americans on a global stage and maximize her reach and engagement through social media to build the constant buildup of toxic people being toxic to Black American. It had nothing to do with you guys. She just used the terminology that she wanted to use to be able to grow her reach and following, which is working at this moment in time. I'm a content creator. I know how this works. She don't give a damn about what's going on in South Africa. She's running with this to farm up her views and make money. That's it. Tell me one thing that she's done for South Africa. Like one thing, like for real. With the money she's made, she invested in organizations? No, she didn't do none of that. She used the term Black American and chose the word and used the concept Black American to target the slaves in Black America. As somebody who comes out of apartheid with your people, you should understand that that was a low blow. That was very disrespectful. But you guys don't have any type of respect or understanding even for the people that came before y'all. So y'all think it's okay.
That's where you're wrong. You see, me being South African, I understand it like this. Most Zulu people that have actually responded, most Zulu people that have actually responded in an educational manner as so as to inform the American people that this is what the Zulu culture is about.
Answer this question. Answer this question.
Oh, my
You're older.
God.
You're older. Answer this question. The video she made was of a woman dressed like Harriet Tubman, her dressing like Harriet Tubman, picking cotton. In Louisiana, they did not pick cotton. They did sugar. What do you say about that? I'm telling you that it's not about.
Then by all means, I'm not going to do this thing of she was not wrong or anything like that. Yes, to me, my reaction to that video, and I did react to that video, was I put my hands over my mouth and I said, because I know where it's stepping over the line. Now, if someone like me were to make the same type of video, obviously, do you know what would have happened to me? It's the very same African, remember the word, African people in South Africa that would have come after me.
So why is
You
it
understand what I'm
acceptable?
saying?
So why is it acceptable
No.
for her to do it?
No, hold on. Like I said, I acknowledge that was taking it too far. But I can also understand that she did it from a standpoint where she felt that she was extremely offended, and that is why she responded in that manner.
It's not true. I'm a content creator. She chose to use New Orleans as a trending topic and then chose a Black American enslaved situation, which is not just disrespectful to Black Americans, it's disrespectful to South Africa as well. How can you, out of all people in the world, how can you make a joke like that? That's disrespectful to your own people. I don't see anybody in South Africa saying, whoa, that's disrespectful, because if we start doing race situations, your history is only 30 years ago. And your people that was in apartheid are still alive. If we make content like that, that shit's gonna hurt you guys on a different level. Did you
not hear me acknowledge that it was taking it a step too far?
I understand that, but that's not enough.
Exactly.
But that's not enough. I don't need acknowledgement. I need the community over there to stand up and G-check her. That's out of pocket.
Nah. How do you expect our community in South Africa to go and check her when we have so many other African Americans coming from all over America, so to speak? So many other, I don't even want to say African Americans, Black Americans, that are coming from all over America that are basically defending what happened in New Orleans.
No.
The point where you start calling us out and saying,
listen, you have African Americans over there. You don't have Black Americans. African Americans, their parents migrated, their parents had children, the last 3 generations have been there. Black Americans are not over there in New Orleans. Foundational Black Americans, there's a difference. Africans migrated over to America in the last 3 or 4 generations over, and they are the people that are considered African American. The term African American was popularized by Jesse Jackson in the 1980s. Before that, we were Negro. Before that, we were colored. Before that, Native American. Before that, we've been the most reclassified people throughout history. So when you go over there and look at it, we have those are African Americans, a lot of Pan-Africans who are over there who want to go back to their motherland. There's a difference. So she wasn't sitting there talking about this. And a lot of people don't understand the lineages of American history. You think that everybody's the same because we have the same color skin. The lineage is not the same. The history is not the same. So this is the issue that we're having right now. A lot of Black Americans are not migrating to South America. They're trying to stay and keep connected to their roots in America. Those are Pan-Africans, African Americans. Those are them. My lineage has been in America since over 1700. And my genealogy proves that. Those people lineage is not here from 6 to 1700. Not all of them. Maybe there's a few, but not all of them. It's a difference. And this is where I'm having a problem. It's like, what? Louisiana did sugar. You got a problem with New Orleans. Okay, make a problem with New Orleans. But now everybody's running with this Black American hate train. And Black Americans were the main people that fought for Nelson Mandela to even get freed. Our people, not the African Americans, our people. The African Americans integrated with our people, and we said it was okay, but then after a while, we started realizing that those people weren't with us. They didn't really support us. So then we delineated from the term African American and went to Black American, foundation of Black American. This is the problem. So my thing is this: if you're from South Africa, you're over 50 years old, right? Around there.
I'm not over 50. I'm not over 50.
In your 40s, you seen the apartheid. Maybe you was there.
Yes, I did.
All right. So if you know and you seen the apartheid and you know what was going on with that situation, even to this day, you have a whole white city in South Africa who's being very disrespectful to the Black people, the Black Africans, South Africans, that won't even allow them to go in there. How can you sit there and allow this girl to monetize, make money off of that specific talking point?
Okay, let me ask you a question, right? Are you familiar with blackface theater of the 1920s, 30s, 40s?
Yes.
Right. Was that not targeted racism towards what, the African Americans or the Black Americans, however you want to call it?
Yes.
Was that not targeted racism towards them?
Yes.
So why would you go and do the same thing that your oppressor has done to you and then say that, no, this is a celebration? How do you celebrate that which was used to segregate you and disenfranchise you? And it was used as a means and a method to get into your psyche in order for you to feel like you're lower than you are. And then you go and do the same thing all over again with the blackface.
Great question.
Make that make sense.
All right, I'm gonna tell you, because first of all, I did a little research on this. This is over hundreds of years old, Mardi Gras. At that time, white people had their own Mardi Gras where they would wear blackface. So if you look at the blackface that's in that Zulu Nation parade, it's black, white, and then black. And it's being sarcastic, so they're trying to be black. It's not just blackface. It's black, white, and then black. So they're being sarcastic to white people who is literally trying to be black. And that's what became the particular situation from that. It's a derogatory perspective to saying, you guys can't have a Mardi Gras if Mardi Gras is a black particular situation, but you're trying to have a white Mardi Gras. That was the history that I learned on that from recently. But to be honest, I don't
let this make sense. Let this make sense. Make it make sense to me. Maybe just
They didn't have
let's just say that I'm completely ignorant.
masks back then.
Right?
There was no mask back then. It's not something
Hold
that's
on.
new.
So how do you explain the acceptance of Black Americans when they're looking at white people with blackface all over again, but it doesn't click? But this was done to us before.
I don't know what's going on with that parade, bro. I'm not from New Orleans. I'm not from the South. I'm from East Coast. I'm from New York. I can't have I don't know what's happening. And if you have all right to have that conversation with them, which is fine. But that's not where the conversation is going on social media. It's going to Black Americans. America's huge. Louisiana is where New Orleans is. Louisiana is technically its own country. If you don't know, it was bought from France by the United States of America to become a state. That's not my culture. That's not my history.
Would I be correct in assuming that you do not associate yourself with anything that is FBA?
No, I am FBA. I am FBA. It's a lineage. It has nothing to do with it. And you know what FBA means?
Foundational Black American.
Yeah, but do you know what that means?
I've seen a few videos to understand enough that most people that belong to the FBA want to disassociate themselves from being African.
My lineage in America. All right, let me ask you a question. Are you African?
100%. I was born in Africa, lived in Africa, ate from Africa, and from what I understand, you are what you eat. As long as I've eaten from Africa, that makes me African.
Are you Asian?
Proudly so.
Are you Asian?
By ethnicity, yes. By birthright, no.
Exactly.
By lineage,
So my question
by
is,
lineage, I am mixed.
yes. So, and that's
You see
exactly
the
what it is.
curls?
Hold on.
You see the curls?
Yeah. Hold on.
Yes, these curls are an
Bro,
indication
it's
that
the
I
same
have
shit with me. Like I understand. Like I get you. All right.
exactly,
So, but that's
exactly.
what I'm saying. Everyone wants to identify with. Can I sit down and say that you're Asian? You're Asian South African?
No,
Exactly. So what's the problem with foundational Black Americans saying I'm not African? I have multiple different lineages inside of my blood. For me to isolate just one lineage wouldn't make sense. I grew up in America. My family grew up in America. My grandparents moved in America. Great, going back to 6 or 7 generations is all America. It makes no sense. But everybody wants to call me or call you Asian. That's disrespectful. You are African.
do you want me to be honest? Do you want me to be honest?
Yeah.
Your hair texture is not suggestive of you being 100% African. It suggests to me that you yourself are also mixed. Maybe you don't know it, or maybe that hasn't actually clicked.
No,
But
my
you are yourself mixed as well.
Yes, but look, even my eyes, my lineage is mixed with many different bloodlines, and that's what a lot of foundational Black Americans, a lot of our bloodlines have different lineages in it. So to choose one, or even say Africa, is diabolically disrespectful to the other lineages. It makes no sense, and that's what everybody keeps trying to make us say. We're African. We're not. We're completely free.
Let me just let something make sense to you. You use the term, and I'm not sure if I'm going to get this right, but you said that Africans have the habit of calling you kakata.
Akata.
Akata, okay.
It's
That
Nigerian.
is basically a Yoruba word, which is West African. South Africans do not have a term, or we do not have anything that we actually call you by, because we find mockery of people that were enslaved before to be extremely disrespectful. That is Southern African culture. I understand this. That is Southern African, not South African, Southern African culture.
So this is my, and this is
Another thing that you need to understand.
No, I
is South
understand.
Africans will stand accountable where they are wrong. You're not going to find every South African simply jumping onto another South African side when they can actually see that there may be certain things that are wrong with what that person has done. Now, I'm not that type of person to call another person out for defending their culture. You understand what I'm saying?
Not like that, though.
Let me explain this. At the end of the day, what you need to understand is there are certain systems that are in play that are designed to keep Africans and African Americans away from each other in order to divide and conquer us as a people. Unity is what certain colonizers actually fear most. Do you understand that? Do you understand that this whole thing that is going on right now between
I don't agree
South
with that.
Africa and the USA and all of that, for me personally, it pains me to know that there's people from the continent that I was birthed on having these disputes and these arguments, and it should not be that way.
I'm gonna tell you why I don't agree with that. Black Americans in general have done the most when it came down to civil rights, to showing the different faces of Black people on a global perspective, and showing that Black Americans or Black people in general are nothing to be afraid of. We are the face of media at this moment in time. And the amount of disrespect that we've gotten from everybody throughout the diaspora, not from the older generation, but from the newer generation who knew nothing about pain, who knew nothing about struggle, who don't even know their own history of where they come from, has been diabolically disrespectful. So us being unified, when we're looking at the older generation like yourself sitting here telling us, bro, I agree with everything you're saying, but to not penalize her, to not grab her by the neck and say, how dare you talk about slavery talk, is crazy to me. I understand, we understand, we're on the same point, but slavery, you was around the apartheid time. The fact that a younger generation can even make a video like this, it doesn't even matter if you're responding, but make a video in that way, crazy. It's diabolically disrespectful to South Africa. It's disrespectful to Black America. And the fact that she didn't specifically address New Orleans with her content and do the research and then generalize it is disrespectful. I don't understand how you guys are so caught up with trying to defend yourself where you're not seeing that you're defending yourself with the white oppressor's whip. That makes sense?
It makes sense, but at the same time, the same applies to your group of people. And when I say your group of people, I'm speaking about collectively. I mean, do you understand what African culture is? Do you understand how Southern Africans actually value life?
I
If
do.
you were to understand that,
I
do,
do
do you
know.
know?
Bro, I understand, but Africa's 54 different countries, and everybody says African culture. South Africa has a different perspective, and I always thought that South Africa was a nice, like one of the nicest places. If I ever went to Africa, I was going to go to South Africa first because I always thought the people were more nice, more open-hearted compared to the other establishments in other countries. But when I see this, I'm telling you, America's not looking at it like that. They see like you had a problem with New Orleans, but you came and attacked everybody else. So now everybody's putting you guys in the same category as everybody else who's being derogatory, especially since your economic stance on your particular country is the black people, the African people in South Africa don't own 10% of all the financial wealth or the property in South Africa as well. And the white people control all of the demographic of finances in that country. It's not looking good. It's really not looking good. And then you have a color system in your country where the darker people are being treated differently than the white people. And then a girl like this makes a slavery video and no one gets alarmed to say, this is not appropriate for South Africa. You got a problem with New Orleans.
No. I just want to find out. I just want to make something clear. Do you feel that African people, let me say black people in South Africa, are actually being oppressed? Is that what you really think?
It depends on your perspective of oppression.
No. You know what? For if I were to actually inform you about South Africa, and like I said, South Africa is a place where when you go out and you attack one tribe, just one, and this is from what I've seen on my feed, because remember our feeds are not the same. I'm going to get different information to you. I found more people from the Xhosa tribe, more people from the Tsonga, Swati, Spedi, Ndebele, you name it, just from just about every other tribe that was actually getting angrier than Zulu people. They were actually angrier than Zulu people.
But this is what I'm saying.
Now, just to put that into perspective for you, what you need to understand is, yes, South Africa does have many different tribes, but one thing that is commonplace in South Africa is the tribes in South Africa are more united than just about any other African country, considering how many tribes there are. The tribes in South Africa are very united. We have something called Ubuntu, which means we stand together. You understand? It's not the entire definition, but basically the crux of it is that we stand together.
Hold on.
South Africa practices a belief which is called Umuntu Umuntu Gebantu, meaning that people are people through people, meaning that we can coexist, and the only way we actually get somewhere is by peaceful coexistence.
Hold on.
I'm not going to go back and forth with you about how.
Hold on. Listen, this is a good moment right now for me to tell you, propaganda is being spread on both sides. What we're seeing in America about South Africa might not be real compared to what you guys are seeing about us. A lot of people that have come up here and talked about America talks about baby mamas, Shaniquas, and Monquishas, and sitting down talking about unalivings in school and cops killing That's not what's happening. You guys are getting that, and from our side on television, we are seeing that you guys have a dramatic HIV and AIDS situation going over there. White people are controlling 10% of all, 90% of all your economic in USD or your GDP when it comes down to it. They're kicking you guys out of all the South African countries, the cities or towns inside of there. And I don't believe any of this stuff. A lot of us don't believe any of this stuff. But when we look online, and I understand there are people who do, when we look online, we have content creators who are supposed to be there to break the stereotype and the stigma. I'm one of them. I sit down and I have these conversations and break these stereotypes. I don't believe all of this stuff that happens with South Africa. But when it comes down to this situation, I think that this girl is doing you guys a very big disservice, because everything you said, I agree with. I believe that you guys have a very family-oriented, respectful environment. I believe that. I genuinely do. But now, since this is happening, and everybody in Africa wants to attack Black America because Black America is on a level where they feel like, oh, they're more superior or inferior, it's becoming a thing. My advice to you and to all the South Africans who are watching this, you have to stop the dramatization and the diabolical content that's being created. The people who are doing this are being pushed by white society to make you guys self-destruct. South Africa is a very powerful place when it comes to their community, but the United States of America has 50 states of Black Americans, and we control media. It's not a good look
Just
for
one
you.
question. Just one question. How united are you amongst your states?
Very
I'm talking
white.
about amongst the black population.
Well, it depends. It depends. Like, but
How united are you?
we had the civil rights. Our history is literally proves itself. We're more. I would say there's no disrespect, but we're more united than Africans are.
Okay, then I want to ask you something else. Would you say that it is more of the colonizers that are unaliving your people, or more people from your own race that are unaliving other people of your own race?
I would say that people unalive people on a consistent daily basis. This is the life. It's Darwinism. This is Darwinism.
From what we know, from what we see, from whatever is being projected to us. And remember, I've never been to America. I don't intend coming to America or anything like that. I love Africa. I love Africa. Always will, always have, and this is where I belong.
But what
You
does that have to do with what you said?
So, no. So what I'm getting at is, what you need to understand is certain derogatory terms were not imposed upon your people or implied upon your people by Southern, not South. I'm not talking about South Africa only, by Southern Africans. When I speak about Southern Africans, I'm talking about Botswana, Zambia, Namibia, South Africa, Swaziland. Those countries tend to share a similar culture of unity. That is what makes Southern Africa stronger. That is what makes Southern Africa more united. That is what makes Southern Africa more peaceful than the rest of Africa. Do you understand?
Yeah, but what does that have to do with?
So basically, what I need you to know is and the reason why I bring this up is because you said that Africans, it's not Africans, that is a Yoruba word. Yoruba is West African. Nigerian, to be specific. Southwest Nigeria, to be even more specific.
I still don't understand what it has to do with.
So please,
black people, white people.
yeah, but what I'm saying is, do not say that Africans are calling you by that name, Akata. It's not Africans.
Bro,
it is not the entirety of Africa. Maybe it's coming from West Africa, but not all of Africa. Please.
Hold on. I'm stuck in a position. You asked me if white people was killing black people more than black people was killing black people. I said that it's Darwinism. People kill people on a consistent daily basis. It's a normal thing. That's what happens in our life. It's a thing. Even across the world, people are unaliving each other. That's a thing. That's what happens. What does that have to do with all of this? Like, I'm confused. Like, you just jumped from two different topics.
No, because it just came to mind that's the word that you remember about Africa, and I do not want the American people that are here to walk away with their thought that this is a generalized African term. In fact, most other Africans denounce that term. We would rather not have it used.
I respect that. But I'll tell you something. I've interacted with tons of Africans throughout the world while traveling abroad. I have tons of videos of me interacting with a lot of Black Brits, African Brits, people from Ghana, people from West Africa as well, and their perspective and the mentality on Americans, Black Americans, is the same perspective that this particular girl and a lot of guys in the comments from South Africa have. Now, I'm gonna keep it real. I don't know the difference between Southern Africa and South Africa. It's too much geography for me to understand, and the complexities between that is too much information at this age. Maybe I need to go to Africa to have a full understanding of it all, but it's a whole nother continent with 54 different states. 54 different countries. So
what I'm going to suggest to you is, if you feel like you want to come to Africa, understand that you're going to find very different people in Southern Africa as opposed to Eastern Africa, as opposed to Western Africa and Northern Africa.
My thing is this: we're not talking about the people. We're dealing with social media right now. And as a content creator, as I think I'm a pretty respectful host when it comes down to talking about Black American topics and historically accurate situations. This situation with this particular girl is giving South Africa a very bad name on social media. And because Americans consume and create social media on a very consistent basis, You guys are not looking good, which once was something that everybody said we was fighting for you guys. We believed in you guys. Nelson Mandela, and even when they made a whole town where they did not allow Africans in, we made videos on that and spread it and made sure that people didn't know about it. But right now, with this girl doing this, she's losing a lot of value in the South African market for you guys. I'm letting you know that right now. I'm from New York City. I'm not from New Orleans. So that's what's going on.
You've accepted that she is.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah. But I'm just letting you know.
Again.
So I'm just letting you know.
I need to just reiterate something. I'm not saying all, most Zulu people that did respond to what happened in New Orleans have come up with educational responses as to what the Zulu tribe is about. Most of them,
No, you're right.
have not been disrespectful.
That's not the problem. I agree with you. I agree with you. There have been tons who've come with educational. But and this is the same thing that happens to me. When I see Black Americans being very disrespectful and diabolical, just like when the basketball player from the Olympics said that disrespectful thing about the basketball players from Sudan based on the color of their skin, everybody got onto them as well. We need you guys to get onto your people who are being disrespectfully diabolical on social media. It is not okay. I can respond to anybody, but we need Africans to grab their people and say, we are not like this. This is not our community. We understand your intentions, but that's not how we want to represent our people. And that's okay. If every community does that, we'll move forward. I agree.
I understand. I accept that certain things shouldn't have gone as far as they did. And yes, I have responded to certain videos, and you're more than welcome to go and see where I was disrespectful or whatever it is. You can even take a look at the reaction that I had, because I was flabbergasted. I'm being honest. I was flabbergasted.
I appreciate you for coming out. I appreciate your knowledge, and you taught me a lot. I definitely need to do a little bit more. What city in South Africa are you around?
Johannesburg.
Johannesburg. All right, I'll definitely check that out.
Now, just to let you know, if you were to come to Johannesburg and you were to see different people from Johannesburg, it is the melting pot of all tribes in South Africa.
Yeah.
This is the place. Johannesburg is the place where all tribes come together.
Yeah. I know.
There is no such thing as tribal conflict or anything that happens in Johannesburg. For the most part, if you want to understand what African unity really is, then this is the place you should come to.
Well, I'm gonna check that out. Well, you said there was a term that you guys use for unity and all. What was it called?
Ubuntu. Ubuntu is basically what we live by. It means that if my brother, the deeper meaning to it is that if my brother suffers, I suffer with him, and I'm supposed to lift him up. That's the deeper meaning.
Well, thank you so much. I truly do appreciate it. You told me something today. I hope you have a great day. I'm gonna bring the next person up. Okay.
I'm gonna say something, and I'm not being offensive or anything. In fact, it's something actually very positive. I'm going to say, "Hamba kahle bafowethu." It means, "Go well, my brother."
Hamawashi fa twetu.
Hamba kahle.
Hamagashle.
Hamba kahle bafethu.
Hamagashe bafwetu. Bafetu.
Yebo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you so much, man.
Ungakhathazeki uzosikhulumisa isiZulu.
Enjoy.
Yep.
He was nice, you know. I'm gonna be honest. He was pretty. I like the way he was having a conversation. He told me a lot of different things. We learned a little bit. You know, we got to really talk and really have a conversation. You know, like, and that's what it comes down to. It was a very different mindset because he wasn't trying to be disrespectful. He wasn't trying to fight. He was really trying to understand and listen and respond back to what I was saying. And I like that. I was like, yeah, we got to really have a conversation. You know. Like, seriously, but that's how every conversation should be. Not everything has to be diabolical. Not everybody has to be rude or disrespectful. That guy was really nice. Like, and he understood and he started to understand the perspective. It's like, nah, you got to understand the history. Even when he started talking about FBA, I personally think, I personally think that I changed his perspective a little bit on the term FBA.
The reason why I played that is to give you guys a little bit of education on the South Africans itself. I don't know exactly what he said. He could have been trolling at the end of it, but I'm not sure if you're South African and you're a fair person. Can you please translate what he said at the end of you got, like, after he told me those words and then said a couple of more? Can you just please translate it? I would truly appreciate it, but I don't know what he said, you know? I wanted to give you a little backstory. You learned a little bit of new word, Ubuntu, and that's South African. That's a word you just learned right now. I hope you guys enjoy that. But right now, we're going to go straight into this girl. I Complain, the main chick with the actual diabolical video. She jumped on, and this is the full interaction of what happened. I hope you guys are enjoying the video, and I hope I'm representing as a proper host for the communication aspect of it all. Here we go.
Can you send me the invite again?
All right, it says 38 seconds. You got to click the camera thing.
Send the invite. I want to send invites.
29 seconds. I got a timer. I got to hold on. Yeah, right here. Our minister. This is going to be very interesting. Oh, man. 16 seconds. Give me a second. Give me 16 seconds. Good. Exciting. There you go. Oh, you just turned it off. What happened?
Keep it on. Yo.
You're going to turn the camera on? You know how to use the camera?
I'm trying to turn it around. It's refusing.
You got to press.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I'm sitting in the dark.
Turn your light on. She's like, girl, come up. Your community's like, girl, come on. I'm like, all right.
Adonis.
Yes, what's up?
How are you?
So I've been seeing your videos of am I the first person you got to speak to about this particular situation?
On a live, yeah.
All right, perfect. Well, I'm gonna ask you a question. What do you want to say so far? Before I even say anything, say what you want to say. Whatever you want to say.
So I've been watching your live. I've watched the two guys that came before, the guy who was before now and the one who was before that. So I have been watching. And I think there's a confusion, you know. You're saying I attacked Black American people. Please show me on my videos where I said Black Americans.
Oh, it's not what you said. It's the actual physical act. The cotton, the outfit, the wardrobe, that's specifically synonymous to Black American enslavement. So,
did you understand the point of my video?
Yeah, I understood the points.
What was the point of my video?
Several different things. You made multiple different points on the points of your video. One, that we don't have any particular culture. Two, you're making fun of enslaved people and what we did as slavery, which you think is funny. And three, you're trying to be ironic to the situation that happened in New Orleans. That is not my issue. The issue is I'm not from New Orleans. I'm from New York City. The issue is the actual physical thing that you did in that video. Now, you said we don't have any culture. Where are you from, by the way, just to put this in the bud? Because a lot of people keep saying you're from different places.
You know, all the videos that I've been watching, I mean, while I've been watching your live, you've been speaking over everyone and no one has had a chance to speak. So I just want to reply to everything that you've asked now and set some things straight on what you've been saying before. Firstly, my video was not directed towards, not me.
It's not gonna work like that.
I'll get off the live.
You can get off.
You haven't given anyone a chance to speak. Maybe because it's your life, or
you can get off.
either give me a chance to speak or I can leave the live.
It's not a problem. It's not a problem. My question.
So let me address everyone that is on the live. Firstly, my video was not made towards Black Americans. My video was made towards the people in New Orleans. If you check on my,
it's not gonna happen like that. Answer my question. Like, I don't know who you think you are. All right, goodbye. Enjoy. It's cool. Goodbye. It's not gonna happen like that. You can leave. It's not a problem. I'm not stressed. I'm not here. I'm not a fan. Like, it's cool. Goodbye. You can enjoy the rest of your day. You don't have to leave. She probably don't even know how to exit. Yeah, goodbye. Like she tripping. Like, you know who you talking to? I'm not one of these little normal person. No, you talk to a big chief right now. You're not. I don't think you know who this is. I asked her a question. She deviated over that. I asked her where she's from. She didn't answer it.
Hi,
Hey, what's up, Miss Diamond? How you doing? How old are you?
I'm good. I'm sitting with my friend though.
Hi,
Hey, what's up, friend?
I'm okay. And yourself?
I'm chilling. I'm chilling. How old are y'all?
I don't think our age is necessary to be said here.
But we are over 21. So,
Okay.
I mean, we do look young in South Africa.
Yeah, you look young. You look young. You look young. The one on the left.
Yeah,
you
South
look
Africa
young.
has that.
I think it's
South
given.
Af-
It's given Northwest. I'm not gonna lie. It's given Northwest,
Thank
young.
you. Americans don't have what we have. Like, at least our food isn't spiked with chemicals and stuff. Like, we just get the chicken on the farm, like
What do you mean?
right
All
outside.
food spiked from chicken and stuff. Do you not have education? What do you mean? Like, what do you mean? Like, spiked with
Back
chemicals
to the
and stuff?
topic.
No, that's a
I
really
just
good
wanted
topic. No. We're not moving past.
to.
We're not moving past because we're very disrespectful. What do you mean? We create our own food. We have farms and all these different type of stuff. So I'm not understanding. What do you mean spiked with chemicals and stuff?
Sorry, excuse me. I'm a bit distracted. What was the question?
Yeah, you've already messed up. You had your friend here. She was being nice, and then you came in with some diabolical, disrespectful statement. Now she don't even want to be here no more. Bad
No, it's
reputation.
just firstly you called me Northwest. I don't want to look like Northwest. No,
Well,
thank
that's what
you.
it's given, and that was actually a compliment because Northwest is very young. So I was making the equation the Northwest.
No.
Either way, I think we started off on the wrong foot. So
Yes. Let's start
excuse
again.
her for what she said. So can we actually have a conversation about this whole American and South African thing that is happening? Maybe there's something that we can learn from you, and there's something that you can actually learn from us, instead of actually like bickering about, other things that we shouldn't bicker about. Let's just have
You see the random disrespect out of blue just because, and they act like this on a consistent daily basis. Like this is not something that just pops up out of nowhere when it pertains to them. It's not just a random thing that happens. Like this is just a random conversation we had. Blah blah blah. Nah, they talk like this on a consistent daily basis, and then when they interact with an actual American, they still act like that and talk like that, and they like, oh man, you said that in front of an American. Yeah, you crazy. Like who you talking to? Disrespectful. But if we reciprocate the same type of talking point, like I'm gonna get my thoughts and opinions at the end. All right, this is the last clip. I added a couple of American women up. They were gonna break down a story, but then I grabbed one of the most. You're just gonna see.
See Halo popping here. Girl, Halo.
Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna turn my camera on. What's good? I'm glad you brought me up here, baby. I am so glad you brought me up here. Cause every woman that turned that camera on was dusty as hell. I cannot believe that girl came up here with that chopped up fro in her head. You got the nerve to talk about
Turn your
Black
camera on,
Americans,
Halo.
boo.
Turn your camera
And you
on,
cammed
Halo.
up with that motherfucker on, excuse my language, let me stop. And you cammed up with that fro on top of your head, boo. You got some nerve. And y'all got the nerve to sit up here and talk about Black Americans, but you uniting with white tea people to come for Black Americans. White tea people is the richest people in your country. Get your country together first, boo. You're not even the richest in your country, and that's supposed to be the land of the blacks. You got some nerve coming up here with chopped up teeth. Dude with the messed up razor teeth was the dude. What was that? Coming up here with a do-rag on your head and you talking about cultural appropriation? You looking like us. You talking like us, boo. You're not the main characters. We are. No one's checking for you. No one.
Yo, turn your camera on. Halo.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I'm doing something. I'm over here doing something real quick. But yeah, I be camming up all the time, but I'm doing something.
Yo, I
They
know.
know who I am. Y'all know who I am. For real. Y'all some dusties. Y'all dusty. Like y'all over there, and I really don't like y'all accents. But y'all got the nerve to talk about Black Americans and y'all dusty. Your women turn on the cameras. They always got a bonnet on their head. Girl, the chopped up fro girl, what's going on with her head? Girl, why you got the fro look all damaged and broke off? How you talking about Black Americans? And I find it funny how y'all can unite in Africa Like y'all can all unite when it comes to Black Americans, but y'all can't unite to get that economy together over there. Do you know that?
Listen, Halo, finish what you're doing because I need the camera on. So you gotta come back. I got you.
Okay, well let me finish. Let me finish because they know what I look like. I be camming up on people know who I am.
Yeah, I know, but that's what
You know, I
I'm
be
saying.
on backup pages. I be on backup pages because I keep getting my account bans and stuff. So this is like a backup page. I got like 10 backup pages. So if you see me with less followers, it's because of that.
I know.
But go ahead. I'm gonna come back up.
All right.
Yo. Look, I tell people this all the time. Now listen, I tell people this all the time. I say, listen, I'm the nice one. I'm a communicative host. I'm chill. There's some people on there that's not trying to play nice with you guys and not trying to play games. Yeah, I know. And I know people in the comments are like, yeah, that's what I want to talk about. That's what I listen, I ain't trying to be on that diabolical time. I'm not that. I'm informative, I'm educational, and I start the conversation. I break down a lot of complexities within the situation. Now, will I let up some Black Americans up here so y'all can talk? Guys? Yeah, I do that too. I bring up some South Africans, y'all do that too. Disappointed in your prime minister. I complain what happened, shorty. Like you want to sit here and the problem is you probably like, oh, but you muted her. You turn her, yeah, because you're not gonna come on my platform and talk directly to my audience or use my platform to spread your propaganda. You're talking to me. You're not talking to the people that is in these rooms and in these chats. You don't come into my platform. You're not talking to these people. These people are here to chat with me, watch the situation with me. You're talking to me. You're talking to Adonis. You're on Adonis Live. You're not going to sit here and try to get on my platform to spread your speech and say what you... Nah, it's a clip for that. You want to do that? Pack that shit up and go somewhere else. You on my platform, you talking to me. You having a conversation with me. You want to talk to the people? You can keep your ass respectfully, not disrespectfully. Keep your ass in the damn comments. All that extra shit. If you don't have the respect to understand that you sitting here, you talking to me, you tripping. You know who you talking to? You don't, right? Oh, you probably like, who are you? I'm telling you, like, nah, bro. You don't make it to this far as a content creator and think that you're going to come on and use my platform to be your spokesperson because, no, it's not happening. There was almost 1,000 people in that live stream sitting there listening to his situation. Like, oh, but you mute her. Yeah, who's she talking to? She want to talk to y'all? You're not going to use my platform. You understand what I'm saying, though? Like, you're not going to use my platform for your own political gain, for your own situation. Like, no, you talking to me. I'm asking you questions. You want to handle it? Cool. Cool. You can leave. I'm not a fan, gang. I'm telling you what it is. But hey, that's on me. That's not for me. That's neither here or there. That's my particular situation. And as for the disrespect, matter of fact, because I got another video that's going to be even more crazy. I got a video coming up of a South African saying they want to go to war with all Black Americans in all 50 states. That's what I heard, right? I got a video with a doctor who's bisexual, who generally doesn't even care, who's in South Africa, who don't even care about the high population and sexual AIDS, HIV and AIDS transmission that's going through South Africa at this moment in time, and was just throwing his badussi around. Bro, if y'all want more videos, like up the video. Comment in the chat. Comment in the chat if you made it this far into the video and you actually want to see the other clips. I got clips. Comment in the chat. Bravo. 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 For everybody else, my name's AdonisCrashBoom. You guys are watching Adonis Live. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys later. Please don't only see me one way. And click the link that's in the pinned comment so you too could become a member of this particular channel. You like this type of content, you like what I'm actually doing, you would support the channel, become a member, and don't hesitate to donate in the super chat to show your love, not your anger. We're going to be going live in this channel pretty soon, so hey, stick around for that. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed yet. If you're watching this on the TV screen, click the 3 dots on the side right now and subscribe to the channel. Stay blessed, stay motivated, and just so you know, every day is a movie. Yeah.